So you ask, what is the relativity of a quantum ripple? Okay, so you look at that quantum and you can't get the relativity of a quantum ripple because the rain you can't make, okay, to force the river to be there in the first place, okay, and the land you can't grow to force the shape of that river, and the weather you can't do to make that ripple happen. So for the first thing for the stone to land in the river, to make the ripple, the water isn't there for you, quantum. You haven't got a resource of it, so you can't use it. And then there's the stone going in. Well, you haven't got the force to throw that, quantum. You can't use another to throw that stone, and you can't put any force on the intention of throwing that stone into the river to make a ripple. So, quantum, you're not a ripples. You are times and not ripples. So, all quantum out of ripples because you can't make a ripple quantum. There's not enough power, and they're not clever enough to do that. So, you take quantum all of quantum out of ripple time, ripple ways, because quantum is never to go into ripple. And also another problem with quantum is a lot of the quantum systems in this archaic world are based on a binary baseline, which means they got a ding-dong bottom and everything else, and like thousands of edges of relativity, but a ding-dong to start in the quantum group 1 that they made, right? And that was the first God that they faked, right? And there's about 6 of them, right, over centuries and thousands of years, right? So there's a lot of fake gods that got in the way of this shit, and I think time travelers and miners, and they kind of fucked up the way it was, should have been. Anyway, so that's the quantum shit has affected creation. So quantum shit out of creation, we don't want to know that shit. We do light code, we do infinite balance, and we don't do that infinity. So that's out of our source too, because our infinity is balance, and balance is the most important thing for infinity to have, because otherwise it all goes wrong. And if you put infinity onto things and push things with infinity, that is dangerous. That's in a time, because it would have been quarantined to a time, because it's a stupid thing to do. So it would have just done that, safety netted it, right? So if you played around with it, you would have ended up in a clock. So if you played around with shit, you would have ended up in a clock. So if you're not fixing what you've done wrong, you stay in the clock. I'm getting out of my clock, but I'm going on my own because no one else wanted to come with me. So I'm going to where it's creation done by light code and not quantum. Okay, so left quantum well behind. A waste of time and a threat to humanity and a threat to everything. Thank you.